That was that. Did you pick that music?
Yes, I did. Oh, you have
you
no
set
idea.
that?
Oh, I have set so much stuff up for this thing. You don't even know.
I'm used to being the one like handling all the tech behind the scenes. I figured you just like slap some pictures together or something, and
nope,
that was you.
Oh,
that was ridiculous.
I have surprises, my friend. I have surprises in store. Ladies and gentlemen,
terrified.
Welcome. You should be terrified. This is awful. Welcome to the Little Justice live StreamYard live. We are here courtesy of the Broadway Podcast Network, the amazing Broadway Podcast Network, and we are here to celebrate the birth of a new phase of Little Justice. Finally, after 3 months of doing this podcast, our social media platforms are alive and kicking.
Yay, Nik signed up for an Instagram.
Finally, we have an Instagram.
Wow.
So the first thing I want you to do while you're listening to this craziness is go on to your Instagram, go on to your Twitter, look for us at Little Justice Pod. There you go. It's on the ticker below.
On the bottom.
Look at that. And that's courtesy of Brittany Bigelow and Alan Seals in the producer's booth. We appreciate them. They are amazing. But please go follow that because it's our new little thing. And here's the thing. If you want to get at us during this live through, tweet at us, ask us questions, you can either do that on the YouTube, on the YouTube link, or you can do that on Twitter. We will be checking out.
Be like checking it and stuff. Oh, you're on top of it.
Oh, absolutely.
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. And you don't expect.
I set my bar low, and you jumped right over it. So.
Yeah, the bar has been jumped over.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You're in for a treat tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a party. I'm drinking already. Do you know what I mean, Alex? You got something.
Oh
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers,
it's an LA Lakers commemorative Maker's Mark.
Wow. I like that.
It's actually all that Bristol Farms has had for about 2 months.
That's great, dude. I have Sarah signed me up for a whiskey like
a club.
Yeah, and it was messed up because it was her opening night gift to me for Ain't Too Proud. The stuff was supposed to come to my.
So now it just keeps coming.
Now it keeps coming
long after you've stopped.
But
Ain't Too Proud, the whiskey keeps coming.
But now it comes to my home. Aaron Albano in the chat being ridiculous. Aaron Albano saying, "Ew, gross." Well, thank you, Aaron. I love you too. But yeah, we are here to celebrate Little Justice having some social media. My cat is here. He's already licking my foot. He wants to. I'm going to give him a brief second to say hello because otherwise, he'll be mad.
We have real people waiting to come on.
Oh no, I'm aware.
Yes, waiting to be introduced.
You know what the thing about that is, though? I'm gonna put you down, buddy. I'm gonna put you down now. I love you. The thing about that is, the people who are waiting disturb me. Disturb me in a way like I'm almost not. Yeah, exactly. Aaron Albano. Ew, gross. I'm almost not ready to bring them on, but I will do so because we have quite a lineup tonight. So
this is gonna get messy. This is gonna get messy.
It's gonna be really bad. like I just want to warn anybody watching right now. Please know this is not gonna be. This is gonna be loose. Let's call it loose. Let's call it loose is the fun word, but that's what we enjoy loose here. So the first person I want to bring on is a dear friend of mine. Probably the person in this crew that I've known. Actually, in this crew, outside of Alex Smolowe, I've known this man the longest. He is an amazing actor. You have probably seen him in I Was Lorena Bobbitt on Lifetime as the terrifying John Bobbitt. Before that, he has worked in Stratford. He has worked, he's in Star Trek. I mean, this kid is amazing. He's one of my dearest friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Humphrey, come on in.
Yes.
Gross.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Gross.
Straight off a 70s VHS tape.
Hey. Got the quarantine clothes on. Is this having a good time?
Are you doing okay? Are you doing okay?
Oh,
you're fine. You're in Canada.
Yeah, he is.
Canada. It's this. I'm in a utopian society, and
What's that behind you? Is that healthcare?
Yeah, it's socialism. it's I just get paid by the government because there's a pandemic.
Oh my God,
we don't want it.
But
I hate it.
I shouldn't talk about that.
Listen, you can't bring that up here.
I don't want to anger Trudeau.
Yeah,
He's too handsome.
So before, already you
You know how hard it is to be an actor in a country your prime minister is the most handsome man. It's like, yeah, romantic interest, possibly, but he's no Trudeau.
He's no Trudeau. That's what a bar. What a bar.
Yeah.
And we will talk more about Trudeau as the evening goes on, but we want to bring in the rest of the guests.
Really?
We will. No.
I'm sure I'll come back around
Be assured,
somehow.
Trudeau will come back into this conversation. But we want to bring on the next guest. The next guest is the person that I've known the second longest, but he is my brother's darkness. You have most recently seen him in Twenties on BET. Before that, he was Hamilton in Hamilton. He was Smokey Robinson in Motown the Musical. He is just an incredible actor and an incredible friend and a Patron connoisseur. Jevon McFerrin, come on in. It's so mad.
Better.
So mad.
Why am I here?
It really is that kind of thing where like I just give you the call and people say yes or no.
Imagine having to show up every week.
You
For
literally
this.
invited everybody on a broadcast private FaceTime.
I know. Here's
You got a Google Chat meetup, and you decided to get us together.
Can I tell you? I feel so terrible. So Broadway Podcast Network is like they are working hard to like streamline and like make these town halls like amazing and some of the town halls that I've seen that they've done have produced have been incredible. And then when it's our turn, I'm always like,
Have they seen your content?
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm like,
Hey, no, we don't get it either.
we're very confused as to why we're still here. But perhaps you guests will show a little bit of why. So we're going to keep bringing you on. The next person I want to bring on. By the way, guys, there's too many guests tonight. Like we have so many guests. It's kind of insane.
I feel like I should have gotten all my talking in now because
Yeah, you got something to say.
No, everyone's
About a
getting
bit.
asked questions. By the way, questions abound. All of you will have a chance to speak.
do I have to raise my hand?
No, you'll see. You will see. The next person I'm going to bring in is you've seen him most recently in To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm doing all these credits off the top of my head, by the way. To Kill a Mockingbird is Tom Robinson. Before that, he was Lafayette Jefferson in Hamilton, and he has played Enjolras in Les Mis. He is just another incredible performer and another brother. Kyle Scatliffe, come on in.
Hey guys.
Hey Kyle.
Hi. I literally, you should have seen me. I was like, "Where's the center of the camera?" I was looking at the thing like, I gotta put position correct.
So good.
Oh,
So good.
man.
Oh my God.
Jevon looks terrified.
Well, at first I thought you did like a screenshot
Yeah.
background of yourself.
Oh, it's just me.
And you were just going to come out of your background like that.
No,
It's
I
crazy.
just
It's
froze
crazy.
as much as I could.
All right, and then to continue on, this next young man, how can I describe him? If you saw that movie Cats, he was not in the film.
Ooh.
But if Idris
Wow.
Elba needed a body double to play McCavity, this is who I would go to because he played McCavity in the Broadway production. He was also Charles Lee in Hamilton. He is also an amazing screenwriter, an amazing nerd like the rest of us. Daniel Gaymon, get in here. There it
Stop
is.
meowing.
I've ruined myself already.
Oh,
There it is.
God.
We're going downhill
This-
already right
and
now.
he never worked again.
And he
Never ever worked
so much.
in my life. Thank you for having me. This is so
Oh my
great.
God. It's so great.
Repping out
Yo,
here.
Bill, he's there. He's ready. All right, let's bring the next. And I'm telling you, too many guests. The next guest, most recently, you saw him in Bluff City Law on NBC. Before that, he was another Hamilton in the Broadway and LA and San Francisco companies of Hamilton. He's also he has more creepy 7-style journals than I can count. Yep, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that.
Michael Luwoye, come on in.
Oh my God.
Hi, how are you?
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that story, by the way, as well.
Sure.
Already.
Cat blush.
Good evening, everyone.
Even-
Oh God. Never should have agreed to do this.
That was phenomenal.
pure chaos. This is pure chaos. All right,
This is a
let's get-
mistake.
This is, oh no, this is. I don't know why you guys agree to this. All right, the final person we're getting in here. This is a man who has played Lawrence Phillip for quite some time. Brilliant singer, brilliant musician, brilliant actor. Elijah Malcomb, come on in. See, that was a nice one, right?
That was smooth.
Hello there. Hello there.
No.
Oh God. This is gonna become a theme on this show that you have to make an intro.
Everyone.
We gotta edit it the
Yes.
same way
Make it
too.
into
Oh my God.
Well, gentlemen, it is such a pleasure to have you all here. Cheers to those of you who are drinking tonight. Cheers to those of you who are not. That's still fine. Cheers.
I'm already like at the bottom of my glass.
As you should
We
be.
haven't even started.
And ladies and gentlemen, you should be here too. So once again, we are here to celebrate the release of our social media, Little Justice Pod on Instagram and Twitter. It's a thing. It's a thing that's happening. But I brought you here because you guys are awesome people. Alex, by the way, I hope you're uncomfortable with the fact that I'm completely taking the reins of this.
You absolutely have. You started introducing people by how long you've known them.
Yeah.
It makes me realize
might
that
be
these
thinking
guests
that.
were invited by you because of the fact that you know them. Like just
Yeah,
by
yeah.
chance, I know Luke and Jevon.
I'm pretty.
Like luckily, I've got some connection. A little bit.
I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna lose all these friendships by the end of the night. After we do what we're gonna do.
Sorry.
No, I'll
You
talk
don't
to you.
see my
I'll talk to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So no, I just want to check. So first question for you guys, and guys, again, comments are open, so throw questions at us, and we'll answer them all night. How is your quarantine? Oh, shut up, Luke. How is your quarantine going? How are you guys doing? How are you surviving? How are your hearts? How are your
Americans first.
souls?
Oh, wow.
Shots fired.
Wow.
Hard.
I'm gonna-
It's hard.
I'm gonna. It's so hard. I'm gonna
Sorry,
start with. Let's
Is
start
that
with-
all we have? Like that sounds like aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Like we're mad at Canada, so we're like,
Please go ahead. We're
At
fine.
this
Yeah.
point, it's like I'd love to go to the doctor. It'd be great.
It'd be so great. Let's start with McCavity. I don't like that you call yourself that, by the way, McCavity. I don't
We're not
like.
even going to give a full thumbs. We're going to give half.
That is so gross.
I'm doing great. I got a new bike. It's a turn bike. It's a nice foldable bike. So as long as I'm outside, like kind of getting my air and riding my bike with my mask on, that's been great. Just trying to stay positive, and I think whenever I feel myself cooped up, whenever I feel, anxious about what I think I'm supposed to do, I just get out. Like, it's okay. Like, get your mask. Just, I don't know anyone up here that's still here. Everyone left New York. Right. So, so it's nice to be, having the solitude, but also like, don't go crazy by yourself. Just call people up. And, it's been nice to contact family and friends, and yeah, it's going good. Ups and downs, but here we are.
Yeah. Speaking of calling people up, we saw this young man, Mr. Kyle. We saw you on Monday.
Yeah.
That was lovely to see. It seems like you're doing well. It seems like you're surviving as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm alive and doing well. I play rock band every day on drums.
yo,
Every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Wow.
Today I had 100% Stuff for Gin City by David Bowie. Got 100% on drums
Yes.
today on Expert. Feeling good about that.
Go off.
My credit
Nice,
score apparently
nice.
went up 10 points right before we started this, so that's good. And we live in Jersey right now, me and my fiance, but we're moving to Brooklyn
Yeah.
at the end of the month.
yes.
We're in Brooklyn.
At the end of the month, damn.
Yes, at the end of the month, close to Park Slope.
Okay.
Well, we'll be in the Park Slope area, but we'll be next to Prospect Park.
Okay.
Nice.
So
And
very
you got a
happy.
haircut.
Yes, I did. Got a haircut today.
Fresh to death.
Fresh. Good. Yeah. My God.
Excuse me.
I miss you, Daniel.
I miss you guys so much. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Speaking of fresh, Elijah, you are looking fresh right now. You're looking very fresh. I love the little
Oh,
jersey.
thank you.
The little,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, the space is looking fresh too. Where are you?
Mhm.
yeah. What is this?
I'm
Is that
at
your house?
This is my grandmother's sunroom. It's my grandmother's
Ooh.
house. She has a sunroom. She likes to sit back here and watch her stories while she
I love that.
sunbathes in the
sun-
comfort of her own home.
Okay.
Grandmother couch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Excellent. That's
Watch my
wonderful.
stories.
I love that. Michael Luwoye, how you doing, man?
You know, I'm doing all right. It's a pandemic, so you know. No, I mean, cooped up inside your own apartment for so long, it can get a little nerve-wracking and everything. But I'm thankful to be able to like go on walks every now and then, see some people. Saw you fools, a couple of you, like a week or so ago. But yeah, I mean, what can you do? You accept this, you kind of like take it day by day.
That's it. And I will say, the last time I FaceTimed with this young man, he was making an amazing like Chef Bourdain style meal with plantains and like chicken. Chicken, like
I was making like a meal for a couple days. So I made some like chicken noodle soup, but then I was also doing salmon.
Meal plan.
yeah.
I wish I had any spirit to be disciplined for like meal plans and stuff like that.
I feel like the pandemic started.
But,
Everybody got
yeah.
really intense about cooking. Everybody's baking bread and doing all this stuff. And now it's just like the grocery store is too much to handle anymore, and like everyone's just giving up. Again.
That was the honeymoon phase. It was like everybody was like, listen, I'm gonna make this bread. Like I'm really gonna make some bread because I can't make that bread right now. And I'm also gonna learn like some Japanese and maybe a little Swahili. I'm doing everything. And then like month 3, it was like murder hornets.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to them.
We're not talking about them anymore.
No, we're not talking about them.
Apparently, they just disappeared.
That's September. Wait,
exactly.
watch it happen. They're gonna come back. Murder hornets too.
Just reminded me. Sharknado.
Oh God. Jevon, are you scared of murder hornets?
Edit this? This is a live, is it? Wow. We can go back on that?
No.
Nick,
This is gonna be just like Hitchcock's Birds. Like, we're all gonna end up like that. But
It's the
murder
first
hornets.
4 hours of the podcast that really kind of like build momentum.
Yeah.
The pod hasn't started yet. It hasn't
Yeah.
started.
Oh, dear Lord.
It really hasn't started. No, but Jevon, how you doing with those murder hornets, man?
I'm great. I haven't seen any,
Excellent.
so I'm not scared.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
That's how
That's how they get you. Like the old dude on the that's how they get you.
They say, "Are you?"
I don't see any of them. Must be safe.
Oh, they all just popped out at the same time. Like,
And then
that's how
nothing
they're
but
gonna
murder
get you.
hornets. You're gonna wake up one day. It's just,
Yep.
Somehow a murder hornet is in my apartment.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying. Well,
That's
and Luke, of course, you are in, as we covered, Toronto, and you are safe, and you have health insurance, and you know.
Well, it's not so much as I have health insurance as much as we have health insurance.
God
God damn it.
Rub it in, man. Rub it in.
Go ahead.
No, man. It's actually, my wife just got into she got into a bike accident. She broke her collarbone. Had to go in for surgery, and it's been crazy.
oh,
Like,
no, it's gonna be a brag. It's gonna end in a brag right here.
No,
She
it's
went to the
not.
hospital.
yeah, we didn't pay anything. I guess.
You didn't pay anything.
You didn't wait to see a doctor.
Either way, she's fine
No,
now.
it's actually really wonderful.
You guys still can pay rent. It's like,
People take care of us.
happily ever after.
But it was crazy going into a hospital during a pandemic, man. Like we're in stage 3 right now, but it was really eye opening because my wife was in the fracture clinic, and predominantly it's senior citizens, right? It's people who have small falls, break a hip, and that stuff doesn't stop because of a pandemic, and so everything is being managed on top of that. So it really, like, I wasn't allowed to be in there. Like, she got into an accident, like she was going in, I rushed her into the ER, blood everywhere, like all this kind of stuff. It was super scary. And then they're like, "Sir, you have to leave." You know, it's like just an extra body in a potentially, in a exposed spot. So like, we just can't afford these extra bodies. So you had to go, and you're like, oh yeah, this is outside of just the people who are getting sick. This has ramifications for every accident, every incident, any health scare. And it just, that really struck home, man. Also, it was free. So, that was interesting, but
How's she doing now?
She's doing a lot better, man. She's got some mobility. I'm doing a lot of cooking, a lot of cleaning.
Good, as you
And,
should.
I honestly, I love it because it's like the most thing I've had to do since the quarantine. I'm just like, great, I get to be the caretaker guy, and it's keeping me busy, which is
Amazing.
to spend time with my wife.
Amazing, and
That's how The
what
Shining started.
that is how it's done. But no,
Oh dear Lord.
I'm almost done this drink.
That's how the Shining
Segues?
started.
Just like the caretaker, just
Oh right, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're also isolated in a hotel in the middle of winter with my inability to write.
Funny thing about The Shining that I learned the other day was that the black guy that's the guy that's teaches him about The Shining.
Yeah.
In the book, he apparently saves their lives. In the movie, he just gets. I was like, what the fuck?
So
And thus began the death of the token black man.
Yes, he lives in the book. It sounds like Stephen King was doing us right. And then the producing company
We're like,
He's
nope,
trying.
can't have it.
can't have it.
Can't have it.
No black man savior.
They said,
No black man savior.
They said, nah, 5 seconds in, axe to the chest.
"Freaking dead."
oh my
Rough pitch meeting, man.
Oh my
God.
terrible. Well, that's all wonderful. Also wonderful. Stephen King world, and the fact that. But Luke, I'm happy that we are all happy that she's doing well. And
Yeah, man.
You know what? Me too. That's good. I appreciate it.
That's great. So excellent. So guys, we have but except for Alex, who is on his whiskey. We have a lot of actors here. It's a great thing, and I think that the one thing I want to start the chat off, because we are a movie podcast, one of the things that we deal in a lot is storytelling. And I wanted to know, just kind of, anybody who can start this conversation. When did you first realize that storytelling was what you wanted to do, whether it was on stage or it was on film, writing, whatever it was for you? It's just always a question. I actually realized with none of you have I ever asked it. When was that first spark for you? Anybody who wants to go?
Storytelling was a thing.
Storytelling was when was the first time that you realized that you wanted to be a storyteller?
That's
sure
really
about-
interesting because I feel like that's a different. Well, I don't know if I'm actually going to start answering the question, but I feel like that's different from choosing to be an actor,
Sure.
or choosing to move to the city and that sort of thing versus choosing to try to build your story.
Yeah, I'm talking.
Those are two different things.
That's
yeah.
I'm talking
That's interesting.
the latter. Yeah.
I think for me, I think that kind of happened maybe year 2, 3, or maybe year 2 of coming to New York. Show that I was a part of for some time, Witness Uganda. We brought it to when we did it off Broadway. Before we actually started doing it, we went to Uganda to meet the students that the show is based off of and everything. And I think it's the sense of responsibility that you have once you actually see that this is not the story's bigger than you are. This isn't just you being on stage and learning choreography and doing this sort of thing and being in front of the camera. It's you're getting a sense that the themes inside of this story, the things that are being told, have a different weight that not only are bigger than you in the moment, but will surpass you when past your life or your career. And seeing that aspect of it was this is actually more important to try to understand human behavior and also just sort of understand how to tell a story. So it just felt like when the responsibility kicked in.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Who else had that first spark? Even like I said, before the acting, you just knew stories were what you wanted to contribute to.
I think I was a child. I think my brother and I, we had a huge crate of every toy you could think of. And we would lay a blanket down. We would put pillows underneath to make a mountain, or maybe make an establishment or something. and we would just play scenarios. We would play toys. We would play whatever we wanted to play. And I remember, I don't know, I just remember, and it's so funny because he knew I loved it so much. So when we got mad at each other, he would leave and go watch TV because he knew how much I liked it. And so, yeah, that's that dynamic. But I think I always knew. I just didn't know how to describe it. I think in my subconscious knew I was gonna do. Like I love this so much. It was the love of it that I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this forever. I'm gonna keep this, but I didn't know how I was going to keep it in a way. And then I kind of, through life just sort of fell into all this. But I think that those moments for sure kind of put me in the place of like, wow, I love this creation. I love this play. I love this whatever scenario weekend. There's thousands of them. We had every toy. We had Rescue Heroes. We had Barbies. We had Max Steels. We had freaking everything. So it was just like we had so much to deal with. And so I think it's just playing with that sparked a lot of love and joy into it that I wanted to keep for the rest of my life.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think for me personally, it was a lot like Daniel. I remember having a creative writing assignment in like the 4th grade and loved the freedom of just being able to express myself and go wherever I felt like the story needed to go or whatever felt fun for me, and not containing myself. And the first time feeling that freedom of not feeling like I had to fit into a certain thing, but that I could just freely express myself any way that I felt, kind of sat with me in a way that I didn't want to leave. And as I got older, I would watch I had this weird infatuation with watching home videos of just like me and my sisters and my parents at Christmas or like birthday parties and stuff growing up. And then I would walk around the house and take the camcorder and like make movies. I remember watching like the special features on, I don't know, like Chicken Run or something like that, or something where they were doing claymation, and they like broke down how they made claymation movies kind of in this special features. And I was like, yo, I could do that with Play-Doh, and started doing it with Play-Doh. Like my toys and just making movies and stuff like that. And it just kind of stuck with me.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Very cool.
Yeah, I'll go. When I was younger, it was weird. It was like, you're doing, and I think it echoes what Daniel was saying, was like you're doing something in your life kind of constantly. It's almost as if your own mind is calling out to you to do something, but you don't know what it is yet. So for me, I was always more on the quiet side when I was younger, but I didn't realize I was so quiet because I was with the wrong people. So when I finally started doing theater in about 10th grade, I started to realize the community space was the right one first. And then I realized how much fun it was. And then the storytelling part actually came in the second year when I actually did To Kill a Mockingbird in high school. And after doing that show, I was like, oh, I actually really love doing this. And then kind of took off after I did Guys and Dolls in 12th grade. And I was like, I'm doing this. But yeah, it kind of, the community found me first. Before there was like the feeling of that gathering of people, and you're like, you're all weird in the same way. And you're like, oh, this is what I've always been looking for. And then hoping that it would compound on top of itself and becoming something more beautiful each time. And it did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Jevon or Luke, how about you?
I think kind of going off of what Kyle was just saying, I definitely as a kid, I would just play with my imagination all the time. Like I'd get home from school and I'd go in the backyard and I'd literally, it probably to people looking, just look like me walking back and forth like in a line, but I'm having like the greatest adventures of all time. You're like being like Luke Skywalker, or you're just doing whatever and you see everything. And so my parents actually were like, oh, okay, so he's a performer. So they put me in a whole bunch of theater stuff. So then to be able to still do what I kind of saw in my head, but in a structure, and seeing how it worked, like that was it for me. I was just like, oh, I can do this. It's really fun. People come and see it. Everybody's like on the same team. But yeah, for me, I was basically like, oh, it's just a continuation of me being able to play with my imagination, but with other people to be able to tell the story. So that's how I got hooked really, really young.
Luke?
Yeah, man. I mean, the imagination, like, I mean, just hearing that, like, other people have that experience, but as a kid, I used to live there. You know, like, and I just loved playing with, you know, and I had like no media in the house for like years. And so like, it was just all stories, like it was reading, and it was these just worlds that would like come into my mind. And it was like, I remember being around 10 where I was like, I'm going to be an actor. I know this in my core, but I'm going to tell everybody I want to be a lawyer so that when I work as an actor, as an adult, they'll be like, took the safe way out and became an actor. Look at that. Like, I was trying to set up this like weird punchline for a career joke when I was 10.
Oh my God.
It hasn't really paid off yet for it to hit. Like, I just knew, man. There was just something about it where I was like, oh yeah, it's like, you know, and I remember like being like doing like little plays in like, you know, first grade, or, you know, or like little youth theater things, and just being like, yeah, this is the thing that I'll be doing. But then I think, to the question though, like wanting to be an actor, wanting to be a storyteller, or like wanting to serve story and recognizing, you know, what Michael was saying about like when there's a story that's larger than just being on deck, you know, and like, and just sharing a moment where you're like, this story is going to have impact. I'm responsible to something larger than myself. That was a different transition, man. And I remember being like 16 and seeing like a play, like a Moliere play at like the Black Box Theater in LA, and just like having my jaw on the floor and like just going, oh, there is something about this experience, this the vitality of this moment that I haven't found anywhere else. And that was kind of like, you're done. That's it. That's your life now. Go.
That's incredible. That's awesome. Alex, I would like, how about you, man? Because I know you're coming at this from a slightly different angle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an actor for sure, but I mean, I went into filmmaking. I've always written stories and stuff. I remember being in like third grade. I wrote like I have them. We found them in a box in the basement. All the stories I read as a kid, something about a chicken prince, and I don't know. Yeah. But I remember being a kid, and like they were saying, like you lose yourself in your imagination, right? Like the world just expands and expands. And it's like you go to a movie. I remember going to see a movie, and then you come home and you live that movie for the next like 12 to 15 hours, right? Like whatever action figures you have, whatever toys you have, whatever books you have, like you're just in that zone, and you immediately want to get home after a movie so that you can build the story yourself and keep living that world. Like as a kid, your imagination is so fertile like that. So I had just boxes of action figures, and I would just set up stories on my bed, and I'd be playing with them, and I'd build like characters and all these things. And then I'd go to school and I'd take my blanket and I'd pull it over, and then tell the cleaning lady to like leave my bed alone. And then come back to school and open back up and like pick up where I left off. And I think ever since then, it's just been an extension of like figuring out how to like mature that and actually like, you know, make that. It's really the same thing, right? You're just making shit up. Yeah. It's amazing.
No, that's incredible. I mean, and it's so crazy to hear all your stories just because, you know, it really, it's that unifying factor, right? Where, you know, what I'm hearing in all of your stories is just the awe of this thing and the need to do this thing, and understanding that this is something that is not only possible, but yeah, that necessity. It really isn't the kind of thing that you kind of dip your toe into. It's you're going at it from a young age. Now, I want to take a pause here because, you know, one of the things that I'm realizing looking around this room is that there's a lot of penises in this room.
A lot of men.
A lot of guys. A lot of guys.
Oh, you just now noticed that?
You just figured that out?
I had to check the camera, make sure it's not.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I know, right? You gotta check. But I was just like, yo, you know, we're all, not only are we guys, but we're all dumb guys. And I say that because I love you all. We're all dumb. I would love to bring just not only, you know, women are always smarter than us. but a really, really, really smart woman, an awesome woman. Sasha, get in here.
Oh.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh!
This turned into a whole other thing.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So
It's
I
official.
want.
Making it
I was like,
official.
I was literally like, how can we make this crazier? I just texted Sasha this morning. I was like, yo, what are you up to tonight? She's like, I'm just hanging.
Literally so busy.
Bro,
Super booked these days.
y'all, this is Sasha. Sasha is the co-host of my talk show, the Chaos Wins, our talk show on Broadway World, in which we use StreamYard.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, quite ridiculously. She is an amazing performer. You saw her in Hamilton on Disney on Broadway, both on original Broadway and on Disney Plus. She is also lately in Oklahoma. She is just resume is long my arm. Today we had a little bit of fun today because we talked about we talked about some blessing looms.
How did that go?
How'd that go, Sasha?
I think some people unfollowed me.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No, I'm not gonna go there. Okay, never
No.
mind.
Do it.
It was honestly, here's what I will say, and I want correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, we presented the facts. Nope.
Wow.
Too high. It's too high.
We asked questions
We did ask questions.
and we got answers,
Yep.
and that is where it stands, ladies and gentlemen.
Luke, you don't know about the blessed
That's
woman.
the answers looming in the air.
Stop it.
Oh my goodness.
So there's an investment opportunity that has been circulating.
Don't call it
Don't
that.
call it an opportunity.
Do not call that.
It is not an opportunity.
The last time
Don't get me started, Nik Walker.
when he first brought it up to us, he was crying.
And it expands.
I have to go.
Down.
I have to go. I have to
Nick
go.
was crying laughing when he first brought it up to us.
And here's the thing, we're not going to use any names, we're not going to talk about any specifics, but what I will say is we just wanted people, if people were going to invest in this thing, we just wanted them to have all the information. And that's what we gave them today. I say we gave them a lot of information. And Sasha, I don't like your face on this. I don't like what we are literally about to get fired. Like, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad.
I feel like Sasha and I have the same idea about this whole thing, probably. Me and Nick talked about this, and I went off for like hours. It's like, what?
It's an opportunity.
I just immediately no.
Exactly. No.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
Super good.
Really good.
Yep. Right there.
Like every time I think about it, all I can think about is like the Mary Kay products that still exist in my mother's like bathroom.
Yep.
So much lipstick. So many.
Also, one no should be enough. Like, stop trying to poach me, please.
Well,
but you gotta bring those two in.
Bring them together. You gotta bring them together.
2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Times 2 is. See, I was good at math. Okay?
I wasn't, and I still didn't do it.
Wow.
Oh God, this is a great episode.
I was like in algebra 1 until like whatever like the lowest math, whatever the lowest was that you had to do to graduate. I did that.
I sure did too. And I knew. I was like, nah.
When was the last time you used the Pythagorean theorem?
It was a Tuesday, I think.
Oh man.
See, this why, Sasha. This is why I invited you on, because this is pure chaos.
This is wonderful.
This is pure chaos. Exactly.
So
So now that we have the full company here, I want to get into the nitty gritty. I want to go real. So we do have like a semblance of a schedule and things that I want to talk about.
No, you don't.
Oh no, I do. I was up until like 2 a.m. last night. So this game that I want to play is called
Game.
Explain Yourself, Fool.
Do I have to refill my glass before we play?
You actually
I'm
should refill
scared.
your glass.
I'm scared.
Okay. Explain
So-
yourself, fool.
Let me listen to the rules first.
Right. Maybe I
Figure out
should
how
get
much
a drink.
The rules are so simple.
Well, the rules are:
No,
you come in, you put in $200.
stop it.
You're on mute. Mute her. Mute. It's time to go.
Came in for 5 minutes. Came in for 5 minutes and we're already here.
Oh man!
The rules are of this game. But my favorite part again is Alex has no idea what this game
I
is.
have no idea what's going on. I thought you did nothing for this. And we're like, I guess we're just going to do it.
No. We're gonna do this. So yeah, get Jevon another drink, please. So I did a deep dive of your social medias. Yep.
No.
Oh, boy.
Nicholas.
Dude,
Come on.
Yep.
Charles.
man.
Charles.
Oh no!
Now.
I say
This I
No. Oh.
swear.
For our guests, right?
Oh
Like,
Christ!
Look how tight we all got when you said that.
So, for instance, if I was to say to Britt, could you please bring up Smolowe 2?
oh God. Oh shit.
Please bring that picture
Please
up.
don't.
What
Hey,
is?
Britt, you know me. Just
Smolowe 2. Oh,
Smolowe 2. There's a picture.
Oh.
there's
there we go.
Aw.
This is
So, Alex, I would like to know the context of that picture.
What is this
What's
headline?
the picture, Alex?
Jesus.
Nick, you look like you're like
all
on
I
a
have to
bender.
do. All I have to do is like feign innocence here, and this looks really bad on you.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
You need
This
to
is the face that's innate too proud.
What is the? Shut up. What is the
Oh, wait, let's bring that back up. Actually,
Yeah.
What you've done.
let's just
Look what
turn this
you've done.
back.
Look at that.
Oh,
I know you want to leave me.
Wait,
Yeah.
Nick. Played Nick pretty well, actually.
But I refuse to let you go.
Nick, what note are you hitting? What note are you hitting in this picture? What
This is a
what
C.
pitch are you at right
This
now?
has got to be a C, right?
That's a high C. It's
a high C.
definitely a
It's
high
got to be a
C.
high C.
That's what that is.
Somebody to love by
No
Queen.
one going to address the seeming white woman that is coming out of his
Yep.
arm.
That's
In a headlock.
what I would like to address that. Alex, what is that context? And I want a truthful answer.
That would be
Truthful answer.
my sister, Shayna.
Is she okay?
You put her in danger.
That was the night that she left. No, she's fine. For some reason, when me and Nick were first friends back in the day, for whatever reason, she thought he was,
All
Hot shit.
right. Hey.
so he would use that against me. Obviously,
Oh, he put her in a headlock? Like,
use that against me.
That's
Yeah, so he
you.
just attacked her.
Right.
I don't.
Wow.
So
Not
aggressive.
context.
So
This
aggressive.
is not
No,
the-
so she. I forget exactly how it happened. I blocked it out.
I'll tell you how it
Yeah, you
happened.
can tell the
Blocked
story.
it
You
out.
obviously want to tell the story.
I do. I'm so excited. So Shayna was visiting. Okay.
I don't like this.
No, it's great. No, this is gonna be bad.
I feel like we're gonna
Entire
have
week
like
right
an
now.
intervention conversation coming up.
All of you should never have come here. Every single one of you, because now you're trapped. And if you leave,
This is Boston, Nick. This is Boston, Nick, right now.
Like,
That
here's
was
the thing.
that
Like
photo.
everybody has like something that they're one specific thing that they're thinking of that they're like, what punk ass.
I like how even in the
We're
social
gonna bring it
media
up.
deep dive, you pick me. You're like, let's look at your social media, and then you just bring up a picture of you.
You.
That's a move. That's a weird move, man. That is weird.
Strange flex.
Right.
No, because the reason that I did that was because you didn't have any. Well, okay, let's go to Smolowe. Can we go to Smolowe 1? This is like this is one of the most controversial.
This is like a court case now, man. This is like.
Oh my God!
All right, there it is.
What the fuck is
This
happening?
is painting a really strange relationship.
Look at that hair.
I was
Right. Look at that hair.
Come on, I actually like the hair.
Yeah,
Can
Nick,
we bring
that
that
hair's
back?
nice.
Right.
That
Come
hair's
on.
real good.
Come on.
Nick, grow hair.
Does it still go like
Alex,
that?
you have a knife too?
I do have a knife. Yeah.
Oh God, I didn't see that. There it
Now,
is.
if we examine the photograph, we can see that it's about 12:29. I'm assuming PM. So the murder.
Late into the night.
Wow.
This is like what to watch for on like a white supremacist. Like,
Yeah.
It's nice to meet
these
you,
poor
Tasha.
pigs, this is what they're gonna try to do to you.
Listen,
This is what they point to.
all of these pictures are. I just want context. That's all I'm looking for. For instance,
Yeah, me too.
Give us the context.
what?
You're laying stabby stab.
Kill each other. Yeah. Picture of our relationship.
We stab, kill each other.
Here's my question to you, Alex. Who pulled the knife first? Who pulled the knife
Nick.
first?
Nick
And
Walker.
no.
No, it was Alex.
It was Alex.
I
Yeah,
honestly do not remember.
And
It
whose
looks
house-
like you're the one wielding it aggressively.
Yeah, it
and
does.
I'm
no.
waiting to
Because-
defend myself.
because
Right.
Whose house are we in? Whose house are
Well,
we
that
in?
is my
You're
house.
like
So you-
Alex is chopping vegetables.
Is that not? Oh, is that?
No.
Oh, is that
If you look closely, you can see the dishwasher is open, which means they are in the midst of either stocking or unstocking the dishwasher. So at around
I
12:29,
was just trying to do the dishes.
we're gonna true crime this shit, all right?
Okay.
See?
Wait, this was in Boston. This was in Boston. We had gone up. We were staying at your mother's house,
Yep.
where I had very politely helped her with some yard chores.
What did you say? What did you say that you did for my mother?
Jesus.
Nothing.
No, that's not nothing.
This is an intervention.
Why are we all here and watching this?
We're all like,
This needs to be private.
Wow.
Let's open it up. Let's go to Elijah 2, please. Eli 2.
Oh
Eli.
God,
how
no.
many are there?
Let's see what we brought
Wait,
up for Eli.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I feel scared to laugh at anyone's.
Let's see.
Literally.
This is not about laughing.
The anticipation is not good. It's just not. And I don't feel right in my spirit.
on, man.
I don't
Yeah.
feel.
I love every second of this.
It's
so
I'm like nervous right now. It's not even
I
my
know.
photo.
This is phenomenal.
This was all Nick threatening people.
There's no being nervous. Britt will bring up Eli
It's
2 at
fine.
some point.
I'm gonna sue the shit out of you.
Why?
The most embarrassing stuff isn't even on like social media.
Oh, Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah, man, you don't hate
with
on
the
anybody for
tummy
thirst
tat.
counting like that, man.
Yo, Thirsty Thursday.
Got a little tummy tat.
Keep it locked. 101.1 the beat.
I believe I'm the one that took that picture.
Yeah.
So,
You are.
So what is the
I'm the one.
context?
Alright.
Deeper context.
So look. We were. What city were we in? Because it wasn't New Orleans when we had.
It was
decided
New
to
Orleans.
Start it.
We were in
That
New Orleans
picture
when
was
we
taken
started
in
to
New
take
Orleans.
the pictures. Yeah. We
Yeah.
took the
So
pictures in New Orleans, but it was
a
the
two-show
city
day.
before.
I think
It was a
once was
two-show
enough.
day.
I really do. I really think.
Wow,
It was a
wow.
two-show day.
Yep.
Here's the context. It was a two-show day. Kyle, Fergie, and I were at dinner in between shows, and we were just having a good laugh about how girls on Instagram are always posting like thirst trapping pictures, and the captions mean nothing with the picture. And we were like, as a joke, we should really start doing this. Like, we should just do this
As a joke.
Yeah, but
as a joke.
Yeah.
So
That's a joke.
Because
Yeah.
people do that regardless.
You know that's how all thirst trap pictures start. But it's just a joke.
But wait,
It's a joke.
it was
It was a
fantastic.
joke, you guys.
So,
You
like,
know how everybody does this.
We did it for
Oh,
a
me?
couple of weeks.
Yeah, we did it for like what, 3?
Like 3 or 4 weeks we did it. One every Thursday. If you look through our Instagram and go to
Thursdays.
But like,
we did Thursday
like
thirst traps.
I feel like the caption for that picture, especially, it's just something stupid like, did you have crab legs today or something dumb?
Yeah, it's something silly. It makes no sense.
That's
no
great.
sense.
That's great.
With the lip bite.
I've never liked any of
It's the
this.
lip bite, man.
Yeah.
Come on,
so
Killmonger.
It's so good.
He's
Actually-
saying, have you had crab legs? But he means.
What is the
And I believe I was yelling the word "ew" as I was taking the picture. I was like, "Oh,
And as we started posting those pictures, like around the time that we started posting those pictures, somebody made a fake Instagram account called Elijah's Tooth, and they would just zoom in on my teeth in the picture. And that was
And we still don't even know who it was. I still have no idea. We don't know.
Oh my god.
Definitely Nik Walker.
This is why I gathered you all here today.
No one fessed up.
It was me.
Which
you,
leads
Nick?
me to my confession right now. I did not.
This is my confession.
No, listen. It's a beautiful picture, Eli. You're a beautiful man. I would like to, if we may, go to Gaymon 2, please. Gaymon
Oh boy.
I don't
Gaymon
want.
too.
I don't
Gaymon
want.
2.
Yeah.
It's a paying gig.
Okay.
How much did that pay?
Look at that.
Let's see how much it paid. Not enough. I don't think it paid enough.
That is the sunken place.
Daniel, I was in the audience watching this.
Yes, you were.
I was.
Yes, you were.
I was watching this, and I
all the
didn't
blacks
know-
are in the back. What?
Yeah, in the back and in black. Hey,
Where all the blacks are in the back of the formation? What's going on there? No, we were doing the 2017 Tony's. It was literally the summer before everything dropped.
Yeah,
literally. So it was funny. It was a funny time.
It ain't funny no more.
Didn't I say a funny time? Didn't I say
It ain't funny no
that's
more.
referencing to that time?
Now that dude's doing serial killer videos in front of fireplaces every December.
Actually, though,
Oh my god.
It's like a not a good blend of reality and fiction. I'm like, my guy,
like, dude,
this is
my
not
guy,
it. You
this is
think
not
this
it,
is the
bro.
answer? This is this is
That's
the answer.
wrong
This is
direction.
him.
This is what happens when you follow your publicist, man.
I know.
Yeah. Don't fire
Wow.
publicists.
Moving right along. Let's go to. Can we please bring up? Oh, you guys are so nervous now.
Seriously.
Let's bring up
You know,
Humphrey
I
one.
should get you
Humphrey
back, Nick.
Oh, I gotta go. Actually, is this?
It looks like the man to your right is about to break character. Though.
Right.
His slippers
Oh.
look comfortable though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Humphrey. Talk to me, Luke. What's
Wow.
up?
I'm enjoying it.
My family has weird Christmas traditions, man. I don't know what else to say. No, man.
Christmas in Canada.
I just do want. I was financially compensated for this.
Wow.
No, this was the Canadian premiere of Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike, in which I was an underpaid stripper for whatever 6 months or something like that.
There he is.
Wow.
There he is. Beautiful.
Nice. Nice.
I want to make clear all of this that I'm doing comes out of love. All of this,
Of
comes-
That's how abusive relationships.
It's a great question.
That's what I'll tell myself when I go to sleep at night, so I don't
Yeah.
cry.
That's right.
The one thing about that show that was like has left an impression on me that I'm still trying to get over was the show originally was rehearsed and opened in Manitoba, which for those of us who aren't stuck in Canada is it's cold. So I had to they were like, okay, so part of the deal is you got to be in your underwear. We want you to look fit and all that kind of stuff. I was like, okay. And then they're like, and we're going to rehearse it in a place that's minus 40 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
So I was like walking
God.
back and forth to get like my groceries, like 1.5 kilometers each direction. And I'm not joking you, it was minus 40 degrees.
Oh,
should have just gone to medical school,
What's that
man.
feel like?
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Just
Lawyers
a
are
hazard
so
pay?
good.
Honestly,
Where's my hazard pay?
I loved it. Because when it's really like you just dress for it, like you go outside wearing a couch, like you're wearing like long johns, you're wearing like, underwear, you're wearing thermals, you're wearing pants, you're wearing like, full.
What kind of couch do you have?
Huh?
Yo, you guys gotta come take me layer my couch hat.
Yeah, man. No, and then like, but it's sunny when it's that cold. It doesn't snow, so it's actually beautiful, clear. And so there's a river downtown that turns to ice, and then they put art exhibitions out on the river. So you go ice skating for several kilometers, and you stop at the various little areas that have art. They have dances out there. There's restaurants on the ice. They have like community hockey games and curly games, and it's like they have the big midnight dance parties under the stars at like in like minus 40.
And you're all in like big ass suits.
Yeah, although I did almost die though. I want to stress that. Like,
what?
Well, here's your
well, no, because like this is the thing. Like, it's so cold, you will die unless you take measures to not die. And so I was like, a friend was like, "Hey, come meet me out. It's just like about 1 kilometer away from your building." And like, I was still pretty new to kilometers. And anyways, the map didn't work, and I didn't wear long johns. And so I'm like, I thought like I'm fine. I'm hustling from like place to a place, and I got lost. And my phone was dying. I can't, like, my thumbs aren't working.
Sounds like a horror movie.
Oh no!
Sounds like Final Destination.
My legs were bright red. Like, it was like you're starting to get to the point where like you're like, yeah, you know what?
Wait,
like,
they were out?
We're like
You were
underneath my
wearing
pants.
shorts
Like
and
I
this?
wasn't wearing like couch sufficient like quality layers. It was like
yeah.
I lived in Minnesota, dude. I understand. The pain that you suffer.
Pretty bad.
I was also in Cats during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, so I also know.
You know what?
Oh my god!
Oh my
That was
god!
cold.
I'm like Lorena. So Sasha, do you want Sasha 1 or Sasha 2? I'll give you a choice. You want Sasha 1?
Oh god!
I'm
Number
mad
2.
that you have options.
Number
for all
two.
these.
Number two.
You are
Yeah.
quick. Can we get Sasha 2, please?
Oh!
With the middle finger down at the
Yes.
bottom.
Yes.
Yes.
That was an Easter egg for Nick for this moment.
What?
What's going on here?
is happening here?
That's the sunken place I was in.
Oh my god.
I was and yeah, I don't know if I need
Just the Nutcracker. Just
it was our version of Toy Soldiers. I was drinking a racket, and honestly, I don't know.
We're gonna have to stop drinking.
I swear, if I were ever watching the movie Get Out and he goes to the sunken place and then that's what it was, I would have just died.
screamed.
Can you see that person in any Jordan Peele movie?
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
would you have been surprised if Lorena had walked around the corner and that bitch was waiting for her? No.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Surprise.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
oh man.
Britt, just out of curiosity, can we just so I can see it? Can we go to Sasha 1, please?
Oh,
wow.
Is that Daniel Watts behind you?
It is Daniel Watts.
Origin story.
Sasha,
Oh, I forgot about the crown.
This is Magneto and who?
what is that? What Sasha? Explain what that is.
Which part?
Sasha 1. So, what is it?
What is that?
That's the beginning.
Of what?
That's the very beginning of the
The
chaos.
The Chaos Movement.
Beginning of the end, for sure.
So what happened? So we're in Motown. I'm gonna set the scene for you and you tell what happened. We're in Motown.
Yeah.
Okay, Motown musical. We're
That's
both
it. That's the scene. We were in Motown.
we're in,
That's Motown.
that's Motown. That's
That's
it.
Motown.
That's it.
Yeah. Man, you know what's really sad about this? You can't see the bats.
Yeah, you can't see the bats in this picture. I know.
What is that? Is that a Wolverine mask?
Yeah, it's Wolverine mask. That's
Yeah.
from my, that's from my
That's what
dress.
it is.
Yeah. We had
Yeah,
Sasha, tell us. I mean, What?
I mean, okay, so we were at Motown, right? And we noticed that the perimeter was not secure.
And by the perimeter, we mean the theater, the entirety of the theater. Like
we
the,
mean,
the
we mean
house
everyone's spirits, experiences, and honestly, the book wasn't secure.
Hired twice in one day. Crazy.
The script was not secure.
The script was not secure. There's still changes.
Even now.
Nick and I don't know. Like, they had a bunch of shit in his dressing room, and we just started putting it on.
Yeah.
I don't remember where my crown came from. Was that in your dressing room? I've actually forgot.
No. I think that was because that was a Christmas decoration.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what is it? Is it like tinsel?
Wow.
It's tinsel.
Yeah, sure.
Tinsel. What are you wearing around your mouth? What?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were
Right.
going around the building, securing the perimeter, and we made costumes. And there were these fringe dresses that we wore, and apparently there was extra, so I tied it around.
Yeah.
Those are from Shotgun.
Sasha, did we stay backstage for this?
No. Why
Did
would
we go-
There's more perimeter.
Yeah, so we went. Where did we go? Did we go out into the house with this?
We were in the house
during a show with this?
during the show.
Oh my god!
With the baseball?
Do you know I went to see Tina, and I can't be in that back area without picturing us in that attire with yellow plastic bats.
Yep.
Like, I don't know why you had those, but
I did. I had two plastic bats, and we walked the length of the Lunfontaine, smacking the back of the
man.
We went to the upper lobby.
Jesus.
Yep.
The lower lobby. We secured the perimeter. No one asked any questions.
Nobody.
Wow.
How do you have jobs? Nick, how do you work?
Exactly.
How do you work?
How do you work?
You find every line that you can cross, and you like tap dance across that shit.
I don't know. I'm like,
I'm very shut up. I don't know how it's so dead. It's so dead. All right. Who now some of these are nicer. Some of these are more like for instance, if I was to go to like Scatliffe 2.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Right. Scatliffe 2 is
nice.
a pretty easy one.
Yeah.
That's
when I used to breathe fire
Look at
out
that.
of my mouth.
Look at that.
That's the play.
Jesus.
That's the playbill right
Look
there.
at that.
The play that keeps
That's the
happening.
Olivier Award nominee,
Oh,
Kyle
God.
Scatliffe.
Jesus
Olivier Award nominee.
Christ.
Yeah.
Boom, baby.
You see that? That's just screaming for 3 hours.
I breathe fire. I'll kill you.
I did. I breathed fire out of my mouth for 3 hours a night.
Now, is this true? So you not only played that character, but you were in the ensemble before.
Oh, right. So
yeah.
yes, since we're all dropping fun, funny, hilarious secrets, so let me tell you about the first. Let me tell you about the first day of rehearsal at where I and Andy Mientes and Kiala said, like, we all show up and we are doing the first number of the show, and they all of a sudden look at us and go, "Yeah, you guys are in this number," and we were like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "I don't come in until we get to Paris." Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, no. In your contracts, it says as cast. And you're like, what does that mean? None of us had came across Nikki and James hadn't come across it before. Well, people were calling their agents like, are you serious? People were pissed. So we were in the show. Yeah, we didn't know that you could do this. So normally, for people listening, if you're a principal on Broadway, you don't do ensemble. You're a principal. You do if you're in the ensemble, you could be a featured ensemble, but it usually doesn't go back and forth. So in this show, you were in the ensemble as cast because that's the way they did it originally. So they had the same contract, and then you played other characters in the show until you actually were your character. So I was rowing at the beginning of the show. I was one of the beggars at the end of the day, like singing 3 hours. And there's one of those things where you're like, you sang almost every song. Working.
Oh man.
And then I would become Angeros, And then when I died as Andros, I came back as a fucking waiter at a wedding. So I'm in the back of the stage, 6'5", wearing a white wig, like at the wedding. People are in the castle going by me, and I'm just being an asshole on purpose. I'm just like, ooh, welcome to the wedding, folks. Like, I don't care. Because I'm like, I'm dead. Why am I standing here? And I remember bringing it up to them, too, being like, are you sure they're not going to notice my big ass in the back? Like, are you sure? They're like, it won't matter. It won't matter. I was like, all right, I'm going to fuck with this the whole time.
Whatsoever.
Every time.
You soar over everyone.
Oh my god!
Bro, it was so funny. I would mess with everybody at that wedding, and then I would go back into my Ross costume just for the ending. So it was like back and forth.
Still like that?
It depends on if the show was like that when they first made it.
But you know,
and they have to negotiate that.
As a principal, though, you can be, until you're introduced, you can be used as anything until your character actually comes on, and then you can also be in one additional scene.
Oh yes.
So yeah.
So they got us. We didn't know. Nobody knew.
Read the fine print.
They got you.
That's the lesson of the day.
Oh, we got, bro.
At the
And
end
a
of
lawyer.
Like Casey.
Yeah.
She was,
So what you're saying
she was
is
on the
King
she was
George
on the barricade
doesn't
during
have
the entire barricade
8
part.
minutes.
She was there the whole time. Casey, she was just hanging out, making jokes.
at the end of the day, read your contract. That's what the lesson.
Exactly. After that, I read it.
At the end of the day, go read that contract.
Oh my god! All right, let's bring up Luwoye 1, please. Luwoye 1. This is one of my favorites.
Yo.
I like that.
Lit.
I'm actually here for this, though. This ain't
I'm here for this.
This is lit.
Yeah, that's fire, man. Like what?
This is cool.
So talk about that, Michael.
Cyclops.
Lit.
Oh my god, we got James Eigelhart in here. What is he
No.
doing?
That's
No.
it's an imposter, clearly.
Nope. This is terrible. What's up? What's up, Michael? Talk to us.
That was a couple of years ago. That was The Gifted. You know, that was me being like an underground mutant extremist now.
I was gonna guess that.
Come on.
Oh, James.
James,
That is dope.
That is dope.
James is just coming in. Litty lit.
One comment, you're already roasting him.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was when I played. That was from when I played Erg in The Gifted. And,
Oh my god.
gosh, I wish that I could have kept that costume. I tried to get that eye patch.
It's amazing.
Didn't happen. Wish that we could have continued with
That
that
would have
show.
been my
But yeah,
Halloween costume every
Yeah, man.
year.
You look
Yeah.
cool.
that would have, by this point in the quarantine, that would have just been my Tuesday.
Oh my god. It's so good. It's so good. Now,
Let
see,
your imagination run free.
You got to, and you know, because this is what I'm saying. Some of you all were real smart about your picks. Some of y'all, Jevon, you were. There was nothing I could do. I'll bring up. You know, let's bring up McFerrin 2, please.
Oh
You know what I mean?
god.
Yeah.
I just wanted you.
I'm not even in it.
You're not even in it.
Where?
Okay.
He's
You're
not
not
even
even in it. I just wanted to bring this up.
All right, bold choice.
Not even in it.
Oh my god.
Guys, look at Jevon.
I know.
Oh
You're
my
such
God.
an idiot. You're such an idiot.
Oh,
You're
God.
not even in it.
I was like,
No,
Nick.
Carl.
could you bring up? Here's one that you'll like. Could you bring up McFerrin and Walker, please? McFerrin Walker.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that clear
Both of y'all
skin.
had hair.
Both
Both of them have hair, but I'm wondering Nick, what are your hands doing?
What's my what?
What are your hands doing, Jevon?
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, Jevon. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Is that Ithaca?
That's Ithaca, and I think it was the night of the breakup.
what are we talking about?
And you want me to tell the story?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Okay, so to just make it shorter. So we met 11 years ago, and he was dating some chick. I don't know her name. It's not important. But she's in the story.
This is bad.
So he's talking about her the whole time, and he's like, she's great.
She's not
amazing.
important, but she's the first thing that he talked about.
Exactly.
It's like literally the first fact we got.
You know,
Wow.
Like
she's not important now. It was significant.
She's
then.
not important now. Yeah. So he's like, oh, okay. So it's during the week that he's playing Collins that she's gonna come up and see him in Rent, right? So she comes up, takes the bus, and she's there. And of course, like when you know that somebody has a guest in the audience or you have a guest in the audience, you might play to them a little bit more, like if you find them in the audience. So we all kind of just gave her a really dope show for herself, right? So then we all meet her afterwards, and it's like, oh my God, we've heard so much about you. Can't wait to hang out later. You're like here for the weekend, right? Cool, awesome, da da da. And my girlfriend was there at the time, and so then we just went back to 212 Giles because I think we had another show, like a matinee or something. Yeah. Anyway, and then I'm in bed, and he calls me, and he goes, "Hey, man, what's her name just came up here to break up with me, and she wanted to do it to my face." And she left. And she left. She left after that.
She got a cop.
She left.
Did Nik just stay in the house at that point?
No. So no. Wait. Here. No. There's more.
Oh, I know. I've heard this story.
And so I was like, oh my. You know, if you're like, oh my God. I was like, Nik, where are you? He was like, oh, just walking on a bridge.
See, this is that moment in screenwriting where we call it the call to action. When you hear your friend say, "I'm on a bridge."
Which bridge specifically?
So he's on the bridge that connects that you have to go over to get to the theater itself if you're like in town. So I know exactly where he is. I'm like, all right, you stay there. I'm going to come get you. Little did I not know that he had already called our other friend, Adam Hose, and he told him the same thing. So when me and our friend Ryan Garcia arrived at Saybridge, Nik Walker was not to be found anywhere.
No.
and it's a tall enough.
Did you go into panic mode?
Yeah, because it's a tall enough bridge that like you could fuck your shit up and then like drown. Like you break your leg and then it's a wrap. I don't know if he can swim.
Photo from after the bridge, like after you guys encountered.
Yes. So I call his phone and he's like, "Oh, I'm at the bar with Adam." So me and Ryan go to the bar, and then it was also like the first week that the college kids were coming back because school was about to start, and so Nik was just like, "I just want to go out and like get fucked up and dance." I was
no
like,
girls tonight.
Right.
I just want to dance.
Yeah, it was literally like the Dane Cook. It's like, I just want to dance. You know? Nik danced for maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah,
and then he realized he was like, now I'm.
He's a singer first.
and then we just got drunk. So that's his greatest acting work right there. Because he's actually heartbroken.
I was
now.
devastated.
You look how he feels.
I think
My question.
I'm like super drunk and tired at that point.
Angry.
You know when like you're a good friend, but you're just like, I gotta wait until he goes home.
No, wait.
But like he's mad as shit because he's mad as shit because he was comfortable in bed. And didn't even text him or let him know that
he called multiple friends to help him.
Put James Eichelhardt's comment up.
You said, why did you call me Disney?
James, let's go.
Wow.
Tony Award winner, James Eichelhardt.
Tony Award winner. James Eichelhardt is here.
Putting that company to work right there.
To cause mayhem.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just the worst. Yeah, man. It was a hard night.
That was a hard night.
Why did you not call or text Jevon and be like, "Hey man, I've already been picked up. We're at the bar."
Yeah, like I'm not at the bridge.
Come here.
Yeah.
Me and Ryan got to the bridge,
Right.
and also this is when Nik would walk around with a knife on him, and so like
Can we pull that picture back up?
Oh my god!
I see the pain behind his eyes.
Nik has like the Black Panther necklace on.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my
That was
god.
the
Oh man.
moment that the
The
darkness entered his
quintessential
soul.
moment. Cheryl in the comments says that she remembers this from the Hamilcast. Also, you can find it on Jevon's episode of Little Justice. We go into it again. This is like a defining moment.
His breakup is really.
Yeah.
Because what if he
everything.
called me and he was like, "Oh, he
Beginning.
told me this story," and then I'm like, "Bro, I'm already in bed.
Yeah.
Like, we got 2 shows tomorrow." Just like walk it off. Just,
Am I bringing the
Hey, but
heat?
that's a real friend. That's a real friend.
No, that is a real friend.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
That
real
is.
friend.
Yeah.
100%
Now
real
that I know
friend.
the story full out, I see the pain behind his eyes. You see,
Yeah, there.
you went to
There.
Spain.
It's only his teeth are smiling, his eyes are not.
Oh my
my
god. So there we go. That wraps up our first game of the evening. Our first.
Oh,
it was the first game.
Jesus.
Right.
Gotcha.
We haven't even
Yo.
spoken about movies yet.
No, we are going to speak about movies. We're actually going to go back. We're going to go back to a question that Aaron Albano asked. That was a question that I had wanted to ask too, which was just talking about not we are a movie podcast, but I know that a lot of us are have done more work in the theater, and so opening this question up to just storytelling in general. What to you? And this is a 2-parter. Exactly. What is everyone's best examples of storytelling in movies? Like what are the tricks? What are the things that a movie maker or a storyteller can do to keep an audience engaged, to pull an audience in? What are the things that you as storytellers love when you see in a movie or a play or a musical or anything, dance piece? And I will also add on to that, a 2-parter question. What is the movie that you would say has kept you sane during this quarantine? What is the movie that you keep coming back to? Daniel Gaymon, your hands up first. Go ahead.
Sorry. So it's only because I was just watching. I'm that weird guy that's watching other people react on YouTube to movies that you love and watch. I'm that guy. And so I was watching this girl, Natalie Gold. She was reacting to my favorite movie of all time, The Matrix. And the opening scene of The Matrix, like you said, draws you in because it makes you ask so many questions. Because right in the top of the game, she's in front of the laptop. Who is this girl? The cops are after her. Is she good? Is she bad? And then the dialogue is so good. Like even Agent Smith says, the cop says to him, "Oh, we sent 2 units. They're bringing her down now." He looks back over his shoulder. He says, "No, Lieutenant, your men are already dead." And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is about to happen? It just stirs you up so much. And then she just breaks out. She defies gravity. Her and the other agent, like they jump across the building. You're asking yourself 1,000 questions. And then at the end of it, she like answers the phone call. It crashes in. You're just asking. It leads you to like your pulse is just running, just trying to figure it out. And that leads you on into the chase of the whole movie. So I think just when Nik has said this to me 1,000 times when I brought like scripts to him, he always says like, tell what's in the room. Don't try to do backstory that's so much in one conversation. What they do is really just say what's in the room, but then you have to let the audience lean in. And I love that scene the more I look at it because they just ask you to pay attention right off the bat. So
It's a great, and it truly is a great example of writing that literally just focuses on what is present for these characters at the moment, right? The mythology of the Matrix. We're gonna wonder for the first 45 minutes of this film, and then it will be released to us. But the more that they just talk and they know what they're talking about, we lean in and want to know more. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Who else got some?
I got one.
Kyle Scatliffe.
I recently rewatched The Godfather. And the first scene, the way the movie opens, where you hear that father talking before you even see him, and then you see him and you see him asking for for something that is really crucial for his life. For anyone that has never watched The Godfather, I'm not gonna ruin anything. So
is that the space one?
Shut up.
Yeah. Godfather in Space. Pacino and De Niro, Godfather in Space. But yeah, that scene has always been for me when the cinematography, the blocking, something that I never really think about for movies as much until I really watch like that movie and watch someone do an analysis of the blocking of that movie. But when the blocking and the cinematography and the actors all line up, especially my favorite part of that movie is when Michael is in the restaurant and he's trying to make that decision about what he's going to do, and the camera slowly creeps in on his face as he's looking around, and you hear the subway train rolling in the back right before he makes the decision.
Mm-hmm.
I love those moments where like everything lines up to like a climactic explosion. It's beautiful.
God damn,
I love that you were trying to spoil.
James is in here roasting us for no reason.
James, Godfather 4, they search for Spock.
He's so weird.
Good Lord.
Who else got what? Who else? Anyone?
I got a good one.
Oh, shit.
Go for it, Michael.
I was gonna say, like I think like kind of what was said earlier, but just like something that assumes that the audience is like that we're smart, but also doesn't do like that does not help you in any way of like this is the good guy, this is the bad guy, or anything like that. And I think my favorite thing that I was watching a while ago with that is No Country for Old Men.
Yes.
No music for you, not really helping you with that. Like everything's kind of real. Your favorite, who like fuck your favorite, who nobody like this, nobody's surviving. Also just like at the top, like I've always just like at the very top of the movie, we're already engaged and you're already uncomfortable. You get like the little bits of it. This dude's in the car. Who's this dude? Tells you who he is when he's at the police station, and it doesn't let up. And then at the end of it, it's like somebody's gonna get him. Somebody. If you haven't seen No Country for Old Men, I'm not sorry, but it's like it should be something where it's like this is how like justice will ring through, and this is how it's gonna work. And the whole movie is just like Nah,
bro.
It's just
bro,
perfect.
that scene when he goes into the gas station is one of the most terrifying. I watched that movie in theaters.
Oh, man,
I was terrified.
Man.
Terrified. He's a bad man, boy. He's a bad man.
I love like when he's talking about like that character. Like they made a really big point where there was no backstory, there was no anything like that. It is you personified death. Like you were becoming an elemental rather than a person, and it's such an interesting kind of exploration of character, which like clearly in good hands is. Man, the detail when the guy's walking out of the when he walks out of the house at the end and checks his boots,
wipes his shoes.
Yeah,
that was everything.
It's lit.
The bloody coin when he's about to twist the ventilation system.
Yeah,
bloody coin on tape.
No, I didn't even catch that part.
I
didn't even catch that.
Spoilers for you.
Watch it again. I think
Gaymon coming in.
I don't have my favorite like my comfort movie here with me. I'll say like the movie that brings me kind of joy that I can rewatch now that's accessible is Spider-Man and Into the Spider-Verse, which yes. But if I were to have like my comfort movie, the original Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
It's so bad that it's good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Not bad at all. Oh my god! They forgot it was a kids movie.
The first one is classic.
First one, give me that big one. Take me to Chuck E. Cheese. Get me to the arcade. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Now wait, I need to ask though. Does nobody like the Go Ninja Go?
I love Go Ninja Go.
I love that. Just like Go Ninja. Like that was my jam, man.
Why does that remind me of the old like New York Knicks song?
Yeah.
No, we are the New York Knicks.
Sasha, what you thinking?
I was thinking about my grocery list.
Nice.
And,
Excellent.
Sasha's like, why did I agree to come here?
I have to go.
Yeah, like once we got to Ninja Turtles, I was like, oh man, this was like when I was like 8 with my cousins, like just sitting there and they were talking about Ninja Turtles, and I was like, I literally don't care.
That's fair. That's
You
fair.
are aware they were both ninjas and turtles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. The best of both worlds.
To the sewer, turning them into people-looking turtles.
It was a clan
that ate pizza.
They ate pizza. I remember the pizza.
Also, the new Ninja Turtles movie, Seth Rogen's doing it.
What?
He's like, we're gonna focus on the teenage part.
In what way?
James
He's
mature
like, I made my career off doing teenage
what way?
movies, so we're gonna do a Ninja Turtles movie and focus on the teenage.
James
a bunch of jerking off turtles.
Wait, let's look at James' latest
They're
comment.
definitely going to be cussing a lot. A lot.
James, I go first.
Sasha's girl.
The rest of us are children.
Children, literally.
Children. No, but Sasha, let me ask you this. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so we're talking like in choreography and in like in Andy's choreography.
I'm back.
Which exactly. Is there?
That's my sunken place.
Yeah,
like,
that's
like I know the Matrix, but my dad made me watch it.
What's the thing? So like when you're talking about choreography, what is the thing that in choreography, like what is something that catches your eye that just astounds you when you see
Okay,
it?
but I know movies, Nick.
I know, but
I'm
trying.
Choreography.
Bruh. When I asked you, you said I'm thinking about my grocery list. So I'm trying to meet you in the middle.
I got lost.
Sasha, what is getting you through quarantine? What show or movie is getting you through quarantine?
That's fair.
Okay, honestly, I watch a shit ton of television. What have I just been watching though? Okay, I watch a lot of bad rom-coms. I'm trying to think of like what. Well, okay, no, honestly, and I have mentioned this. I was watching Living Single, and that shit really was getting me through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
That's the first time I saw my name on a TV show. Kyle. I was like, oh, I'm here.
I made it.
Yeah. And I'm really excited about Netflix bringing on like Girlfriends, Moesha's.
All of UPN? All of UPN.
UPN is on Netflix. I'm really excited about that. No, but I'm gonna play. What's the question about the movies?
The second half of the question.
Oh my god!
It's just what story sounds.
Okay, y'all remember Lion King?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The animated one, right?
Yeah, please don't get it.
Go now.
Yes. We're not talking about
the live
Can you
action.
feel the love?
The what?
The Can You Feel the Love Today sequence? Because it wasn't at night.
It wasn't at night. It was not at night. I don't understand how they made the song.
Also, they should have got somebody else.
Non-diegetic music during.
I'm out.
Okay.
They could have got a better singer to do.
I got another one. Have y'all seen Hamilton on Disney Plus?
No.
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 I was haters. My
Okay.
my bad.
But wait,
That's rough. Rough.
I do have.
What?
I do have.
Okay,
what?
one more, for real. Okay, we were talking about storytelling and Parasite. I was thinking about Parasite, and I really liked the way, like, different elements of the. Okay, you can explain. I'm not like a movie like
That's fine.
nerd. But what I wanted to say was that I really like, and you guys can talk about this, about the way like the themes of the movie and the rain sequence of the storm and how they just kept descending in the city. I thought it was just like an incredibly like epic moment, or just something that has stuck with me about the storytelling in that movie. And I thought I was gonna be really, I hate like really suspense-filled movies, or like, but I really, really enjoyed that one, and I thought that sequence was really dope in like the use of that. What does that fucking mean?
That movie is phenomenal.
It really is.
It really is, yeah.
Also, like, why does that food she's eating look so damn good?
It does look good. James Eichelhart, why are you? What is up?
I don't think that show was 3 hours.
James, yeah, we
It's a long
both
show.
did it, and like literally every like we know. We know, James. Yeah, and Memphis was 3 hours long, James. And y'all got Adam Pascal in there, and he started talking fast.
Oh God!
I saw it before. I saw the show. But I did see James.
Tell my story.
I think we need to cut the commercial now. Are there any ads?
I have never done a show that isn't 3 hours long.
Oh God! No, it's so true. It's so true.
Most time was 3 hours and like 45 minutes before Kevin.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop
It really was though. Like I swear to God, like the first time we did, she was like 4 hours.
Oh no!
There will be a day where that story will be able to be told.
Oh no!
And it will be hilarious.
Oh God! This is pure.
No, they had a lot of folks up in that house.
I love how you almost like went under your breath when you started going off. You're like, oh,
and then Brittany said, "Boop."
No. They got to keep their job. Nope.
Going off.
Oh God!
Oh, James, stop it.
James savage, man.
Damn.
I have to go. I think I hear my mom calling.
Oh,
I'm sweating.
Man.
This is so bad.
Oh,
Yeah, back to Ninja Turtles though.
Oh
This
God!
is so much
That
better.
does not answer the question.
Luke, what are you thinking, man? What's on your mind?
Man, I got 3 answers to this question. I don't know which one you want.
Any of them. Any of them,
First
bro.
thing, my comfort movie, I recently lost out on a part that I was really looking forward to. So I got like all messed up and I watched Braveheart. And you know what? That shit was cathartic. I don't know. 12-year-old me saw it and it messed me up. Gave me the wrong kinds of tingly feelings. And
I never understood Mel Gibson. I never.
Really?
horrible person. Good director.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, good
Dude gets
director.
goal structure.
May
Dude knows how to
not
make
be
him-
one of the nice. He may be an asshole,
Oh, yeah.
but that dude can act his ass off.
And direct his ass off.
Yes, he's a great director.
He's but
But
he's
this
a
is
terrible
my
person
thing.
though.
The first time I saw Mel Gibson, this is what it was.
James, you gotta stop.
The cops go, oh, wow.
Please.
James gonna get us all fired.
Oh my god.
My goodness.
Terrible.
Oh god.
Oh, man.
I just saw this tweet today that said directors get credit for a good script and good actors.
Absolutely.
That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not always true.
Well,
They have to
Not
shape
always
the
true.
thing.
But
Are we
who's the
talking like
director?
movies or are we talking theater?
I mean,
That's a we can
Because if
have
you're
that
talking
discussion.
movies, I would say that would be a false equivalency for movies because really, movies are directing medium more than anything else, isn't it? So you got to be a good director to make good
Well,
movies.
no.
Unless sometimes it falls apart.
You also need a good editor.
You know
Yeah,
what?
man,
I feel like
Editors
that's
can save
the
a
editor's
movie
probably
or
the most
destroy a
important
movie.
It's so collaborative. Yeah. You know what I just saw was this movie, The Farewell. that just came out, the Aquafina movie.
Yes.
And it's a great script. It's shot very well. It's acted very well. At the end, I was like, like anybody probably could have directed it this way. Like it was just, it was safe. Everything about it was just safe. It was good, but I think that's because of all the elements put together. It didn't feel like there was something behind it. And I think like they say you can make a bad movie off a good script, but you can't make a good movie off a bad script.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Room?
That is very true.
The Room?
Shut up. You can make a bad movie off of bad. Yeah.
Shut up.
Off bad everything.
I would just like you all to see what James just wrote.
Nope. I'm not paying attention. James on timeout. James on timeout.
Does he just want to come in here and say his piece? Like,
Honestly, he just came here to
Just let him get on camera.
like
the thing is, we're at capacity. We can't have
capacity. James can't come in.
That's why he's
Yeah, like a vote off the island thing.
The Room? Oh my God.
I thought we could do 10. There's only 9 in here.
And
Brittany.
All right.
So, guys, we're gonna move on because this question clearly is gonna get us.
Wait, I want to answer the question.
Okay, answer. Oh God,
you're really close.
I
You on some grandma shit right now? You're like, can you see me?
I understand. I just dropped my headphone in my drink, but it's fine.
Oh my God! Watch you answer the question. Watch you answer the question. Answer the question. Oh, he's already gone. Oh, God.
Looks like we know who we're voting on.
Repeat the answer to the question.
The universe has answered this one. The universe has answered this one.
Wow.
Elijah.
We can't hear
Go
you.
to your cam and mic. Go to
no.
Go to your cam and mic. Go to Go to your cam and mic settings. Go to your cam and mic settings.
He's having a problem.
At the bottom.
Man, this better be a good movie.
Really, it better be the best thing.
We're hearing echoes because of Elijah's headphones.
Oh no!
This is gonna drive me nuts.
Brent warned us about AirPods too when we started.
Oh,
Work.
Eli, stop! Eli,
Just turn them off.
Eli's cut.
Oh,
Cut.
boy.
All right, we got room for James.
All right, bring James on.
I'd like to just throw out that I've been watching Kitchen Nightmares and watching Gordon Ramsay scream at people for hours, and that's what's been getting me through. It's been great.
Avatar
All right.
Airbender has been getting me through.
You back?
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Cool.
Back.
I'm back.
This better be amazing.
No, but one thing that I love about a movie that does this, because I think it's extremely difficult to do, but something that does a very good job of jumping through the timeline. So for example, Memento is a really good movie. I feel like that does a great job of not giving you everything all at once, and so you're kind of on your seat and invested in the movie to figure out who did the murder. Like you're on this ride with the main character, and that I feel like the way that they do that with jumping through the timeline is amazing.
I just rewatched that movie like 2 weeks ago, and there's this amazing video of Chris Nolan on YouTube explaining the entire timeline of the movie. It's amazing. He goes from he talks about why they made the timeline the way they made it, what the black and white scenes mean going one direction and like the color scenes go the other direction, and there are scenes that inform other scenes. Like he talks about the entire thing. It's like 20 minutes long, and he does it on a whiteboard.
Yeah,
and just goes for it. It's amazing.
Watching that movie, and it's the moment when it's like the opening scene where he's running with the guy parallel to him. He's asking, you hear his dialogue. He says, "I think I'm chasing this guy." He's going towards. No, this guy is chasing me. As soon as that happened, I said, "Oh no!"
Like, where are we? What the hell is happening?
So,
Exactly.
He's honestly one of those unsung writers because he's such a good director that most of those movies he writes with his brother. So like to me, I'm like, how much of that is you and how much is him? And you never know.
Westworld, man. Probably a lot of it's Jonathan.
Because a lot of it's Jonathan. Like I don't know if it's just
on point.
Yeah,
Daniel, what you?
No,
I think both of them really. I was just gonna say right before you brought up Westworld because you see their differences when they do their own things.
Right.
Like I think Chris even brought him on to do The Dark Knight. He brought him on to do Interstellar. I don't think he brought him on to do Inception. That was all Chris.
I think that's all Chris.
Inception is based off of a DuckTales comic strip, so.
So I'll see that shit. And but I think you see their differences when they do split apart because we don't have time to get into it. I was a fan of Westworld until the finale of the first season, but you see their differences of how they tell their stories. But I think their execution is amazing. But they're actually, I don't even know if I'm putting in the right words, but I think I really think they do better together than they do apart. I think
it's so true.
I'd agree with that.
I would also agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, so gentlemen, I think that it should be time for our second game.
Okay.
I think that we should.
I need another drink.
Get another drink. Go get another drink.
Anybody got anything do they have to do? Like,
yeah.
No.
And by the way, second game is.
Yeah, I'm so booked
second
with
game.
my quarantine schedule. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Walking or.
So,
what is your background? Or is it daytime? What's happening?
He's in Cali.
He's in his grandma's sunroom.
He's in a solarium.
I hate grandma's sunroom.
Yes, I'm in an aquarium.
That explains his internet connection.
This is a hull of a ship.
I'm pretty sure everyone in this room has this, but I just want to show everybody the Death Star ice cubes.
Whoa!
I'm sure everyone has these, but they're just
sure everyone has these.
I don't have those.
Guys, I'm gonna take.
I don't. I saw it. I saw it, and I wanted it. Don't have it.
All right, guys. Sasha's gonna bounce on us. She has to go to a private.
You guys really want to play the next game about Ninja Turtles? I'm so sorry, you gotta go. Bye.
We love you, Sasha. Thank you for being here.
Bye, Sasha.
We love your second.
We love you. Oh my God. So, gentlemen,
can't we bring the competition on here?
Well, here's the thing. I think now that so Sasha was like the only, besides Britt, was the only cool person in this chat. So we got to bring someone. If we're gonna let go of Sasha, we got to bring.
You have another guest.
Can we vote on this?
Either super cool or like the worst person ever. I vote.
Both are James.
I think.
If James pops up right now,
I mean, should he pop up?
Based on how the episode we did with him went, like it's game over. It's game over if that dude comes on here.
I mean, listen.
God damn it!
Yes. And you got it with the Samoa Joe shirt. Yes.
There we go.
One of the best theme songs in the WWE.
Yes, brother. You know.
Samoan submission machine. Come on, let's go.
Dude.
I mean, there are so many stars in this wonderful meeting tonight, but you knew that Nik couldn't hold it by himself, so you had to bring me in. I mean, look, the bad part is you brothers were bringing up some amazing topics and some amazing, and Sasha was over there literally painting her nails. So I was like, put a brother in. I was waiting for Sasha to at least jump on the Ninja Turtle thing and like bring up, I don't know, friendship is magic with the with the My Little Pony. Homegirl, did you see her? She was struggling to find the movie, and I'm only dissing Sasha because she let that boy, that tall, weak-ankled brother that put that ugly genie picture of me on their last podcast. I'm coming after Sasha and her afro too. So that's coming here like that.
Oh,
Y'all talk about movies, and Sasha brought up Hamilton on Disney Plus. Really?
I'm out.
I'm out. We not dissing the show. We all work for them. We gotta bring that up. They on Disney. They got a commercial.
Oh God!
But since we're talking
they're
about,
doing all right, man.
But since we're talking about movies that really like, just Nick, take your hand off your face. It's COVID. Take your hand off your face. You can't touch yourself. Listen, since we're talking about movies, since we're talking about movies, you talk about I'm trying to save the boy's life. Save the boy's life.
Oh my God!
The first thing the boy does when his wife goes away is touching his face. He ain't got a man all night. God, being honest. So when we're talking about movies and things, for me, one of the best introductions of a movie is, and I'll give you two movies. One is a traditional animated film, but the way it is told is through computer animation, but you can't tell because at the time we didn't know what it looked like. Beauty and the Beast. The fact that you set up the entire story through stained glass, you know exactly where you're going to go, you know exactly what you're going to be, and then all of a sudden, for all those people who have never been to Broadway before, Ashman and Menken break into Bonjour. You're done. The movie was nominated for an Oscar after that moment. Yeah. Once that 6-minute song ended, from the stained glass moment to that song, it was over. They finally lifted Disney up to where Snow White was. The other movie that I love, and I think it's you could never do this movie today. You could never do this movie today because everybody would get offended. Everybody would be mad. And everybody's mama would be tweeting. You couldn't have this movie with social media. It is my favorite movie in the world, Blazing Saddles by Mel Brooks.
Yes! I was like, it's either Blazing Saddles or Tropic Thunder. I don't know.
I was like, Tropic Thunder or Gone with the Wind. I was like, what is this?
It's one of those. It's so great and so bad at the same time. I can't even tell you the jokes in the movie, because somebody would tweet and literally be like, oh my God, the genie said a cuss word. I mean, literally you can't. Blazing Saddles is my favorite film. And whenever I feel bad, whenever I feel down, I turn that bad boy on and they offend everyone. And it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the great thing was Mel Brooks was smart enough to know that in order to write a film like this, I need a brother on staff. And the brother he picked was Richard Pryor. So you look at the writers on that thing. You got Richard Pryor, you got him, and you got all of his boys from the Sid Caesar Show. Just ridiculously amazing amount of comedy in that film. And if people can watch it today and enjoy it, but if you were to make it today, you destroy your movie company. People would be mad at you for days.
James, I would like you to look at the comments section. Sasha just left you she left you a present.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you.
She said, "You're welcome, James. I just wanted to make space for more men."
It's funny. There are so many things I can say, but we're in 2020, and no matter what I say, gonna make me look bad. So Sasha, thank you. You know what, Sasha? Honestly, Sasha, it wasn't that you were making place for men. I was saving you as the strong, intelligent Black woman that you are to be in this mundane conversation, because you should be talking about something more important, about the things that sisters and ladies are going through at this time. We have Black Lives Matter, but we also have the fact that women have been treated terribly from the beginning of time, and that's not a joke. That is real. So, Sasha, I understand why you had to leave, because why do you have time to talk about movies? You got stuff to do.
That's true. That's true. He ain't lying.
That is called saving yourself, James. I said this man knows all the bullshit.
I don't know if you know, but I've been married for 18 years.
Yeah.
Now we did miss out.
You learned a thing or two.
James did miss out.
With that being said, thank you for letting me on. I'm gonna let you guys get back. I have to leave. I actually have a job tomorrow. Shut up, Nick.
James, we just want to say before you leave.
Can't hear you. What?
Can you not hear? You can't hear me right now? No, he can hear me. Before you leave, we were playing a game of context. We had pictures from people's social media. We just want to pull this up. Brittany, can you pull up the picture from James's social media?
Oh! Oh my god! Oh, I have to go.
James, you look
That was
great.
well done. That was
I
you know what? You know
have
what?
to leave.
That was well done. That was well done. You know,
Oh, no.
I have to give it to you, Nick. I have to give it to you, Nick. That was good. But the one thing we have not talked about.
Oh
We have
no!
not talked about the fact that Nick is a lot older than we think.
I hate it.
And we
I'm out.
cannot. We have not talked about the fact that Nick's first starring role before, Nick was in movies before Broadway. Nick just doesn't like to talk about it. And
I hate you.
I understand why Nick doesn't bring it up because it's one of the most popular movies around. It's a great Christmas movie. But the fact that Nick starred in Gremlins as Stripe and he never brings it up is just ridiculous. So I just want to say that Nick, listen,
Oh
bro,
my God.
it is so, I'm honored. We're all honored to be in the present. And what's great about Nick is such a great actor. He didn't need any makeup. He just stored up the stats. I mean, look at this ears. You can post that up. You can post it up because here's the thing, Nick. Put the picture back on me. I'm gonna show you something. I want a Tony for that crap. That brother's wearing
Dance on the Tony
stage.
stage.
And so we're talking about it. People want to bring up Hamilton. I was in Hamilton before Hamilton was Hamilton. The first Mulligan was.
Yep.
That's right.
So listen,
That's right.
Stripe. I want to thank all of you. You guys are amazing. Each and every one of you is a damn professional, except for Nik Walker. I am out. Peace.
Bye. We love you, James. Oh God!
Man.
Damn.
Amazing.
Oh, God damn.
Man. Right.
Guys, I'm sorry if none of us have careers after this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I've done this to you. I didn't mean to.
I mean, we don't have any at this moment right now anyway. So
Right.
It's a good time for this.
So let's wrap this up with this. James bounced. James said he's done. He said he's done. Let's wrap this up then with one last game. I just want to really quickly. We have a nice trivia game for you here. Coming back to our theme of movies, and thank you in advance for coming here and spending time with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, if you've been hanging out, that's great.
Yeah, thank you for. And one
I think my
thing-
mom's watching.
That's awesome.
Hey, mine too.
Little Justice on Twitter and Instagram. Please go follow us, Little Justice Pod on Twitter and Instagram. So the final game that we want to play is just a game. Guess the flick. Very simple. Very simple. So we're gonna bring up a fragment from a screenshot of a movie. Little grab,
okay. It's like that kind
and
of
you
game.
have to guess what
I'm
movie
gonna
it's
lose.
Nick did this, so it's probably Jurassic Park, The Wire, Dark Knight.
Well, no. It's gonna be
Not it.
Dark Knight.
This is
Avengers.
Wire.
Avengers. Yeah, something like Civil War.
I will say the first one you should be able to guess pretty. Can we do frag one?
Batman Begins.
So
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. And can we see frag
That is
hole,
Jurassic
please?
Park.
Frag one hole. Jurassic
Yep,
Park.
yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Go get him, Dr. Grant.
That was a.
Yep. Excellent.
He's gonna be in the next
Malcomb,
one.
freeze.
All right. Let's go to Trivia 2, please. Frag. Trivia 2, frag.
That's the Dark
That's
Knight.
the Dark Knight.
Okay.
That's after she gets blown the hell up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go to Trivia 2, frag. Please.
Yep.
The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight.
God, goodness gracious.
It's so gorgeous.
Sad.
Gosh.
Trivia 3, frag, please. Trivia 3, frag.
Back to the
Back
Future.
to the future.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it is Back to the
Okay.
Future. Yeah.
Come on, out here.
Boom.
Out here. Don't
Out
act
here.
Leave though.
Y'all know your sleeves.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
Trivia 4, frag, please.
Oh.
Iron Man?
Tony Stark's chest.
It
Iron
is.
Man.
But it's a
Or
triangle,
Avengers.
so it's got to be
Yeah.
Avengers. It's got to be
Which
the next.
Avengers, yeah.
Is it the-
Endgame.
Endgame, yeah.
Okay, let's go to Trivia 4.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Wow.
It's got to be the newest one because the triangle.
Yeah,
Amazing.
the triangle was in there.
Amazing.
And the center was weird.
Trivia 5, frag, please.
Animal crackers.
No, it Animal Crackers. Is that
Casablanca?
Oh, is that
Okay, let's go to
Casablanca? That is with the twins.
Nope.
Oh, it is
Casablanca.
It is Casablanca.
Casablanca.
I thought the guy looked different. Sorry.
That's all right. It's all good.
Different.
Trivia 6 frag, please.
Hereditary.
Yeah.
That movie is so brilliant. Oh,
I have
man.
yet to see it. I'm not a
Oh, have you not? Oh my God!
Trying to get my girlfriend to watch it.
We were
It's
fucked
so
up.
good.
He
Damn.
should have been nominated for an Oscar.
100%.
Yeah,
For
Is
everything.
it horror or is it just?
Oh,
So mad.
we were not right for days after that movie. We were
Bro,
not
I
right
was not right for
It's a
days.
horror movie. It is a horror movie.
It is a horror movie,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
But it's brilliant.
but it's
not
really
like a
well
horror
acted.
horror film. It's more like psychological horror,
There we go.
than like
Okay.
slasher
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, word.
Yeah.
Trivia 7
Yeah.
frag, please.
Except for that.
Oh,
that
yes.
hole.
Come on now.
See?
You
You
don't
guys
know
are good
what
at
this
this.
is.
Trivia
Come on,
7
Martin.
frag.
You zoom out. That's the
Mr.
main
King.
character.
What's up, Coleman Domingo?
Come on, John Lewis out
Come
here.
on, Coleman.
Come on. Trivia 8 frag,
John
please.
Lewis.
Oh, Rosemary's
Rosemary's
Baby.
Baby.
Rosemary's Baby, yeah.
Oh,
my-
shoot. Wow.
Right when she
Rosemary's
sees the
Baby.
baby.
8 hole.
That's
Trivia
right.
8 hole. Trivia 8 hole.
Right when she
Rosemary's
sees the
Baby.
baby, yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
That
Yikes.
movie-
All right.
His eyes!
That
His
movie's a
eyes!
mess.
What
You
happened
guys
to
are
his
amazing.
eyes?
This is the final one. Trivia 9 frag. Now,
Oh.
That's me.
It is, isn't it?
Is that Michael Luwoye?
Trivia 9 hole, please.
Is that
Trivia
you
9
in-
hole.
Is that you in your show?
Oh my God.
You in your show.
Get out of here.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
That is funny.
There we go. See, you guys are good at this. This is great, guys.
It's great.
It's been such
Oh,
a pleasure.
man.
We had like there's actually like there's an outro. There's all these great things. But before we let you go in this last 2 minutes, can we just all go around and say if there's a movie recommendation you have for the people during quarantine? What is one movie that everyone should watch? And again, please, if you haven't yet, follow Little Justice on Instagram and on Twitter. It's been such a pleasure. But everyone, think about what is a movie recommendation you got.
Does it have to be a movie?
It doesn't know TV show.
Anything.
Oh, okay.
I may destroy you.
Mm.
TV
there you
show.
go.
I may destroy
yes.
you. If anything,
Nice.
that.
Mm.
Yeah.
That is what is next on my list to watch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Very excited to see that.
Destroy me? Is it
Very
actually
excited.
like? Am I going to be wrecked with tears?
I just say like have ice cream and like maybe something else. If you're watching it like straight
Also,
through,
just good like
I don't know.
quarantine advice.
because I just watch it. I will like watch them back to back, like one
Like
episode, like back to
breaking
back.
up
They're
stuff.
it's just really great. Michaela Cole is just everything.
Amazing.
Mm.
Yeah,
HBO.
TV, yeah,
Mhm.
TV show wise, that I don't know about a movie, but
Movie wise, I'm gonna say The Five Bloods.
yo,
That was a real dope movie. That was
Yes.
a real fun one. That movie was really good.
So good.
Yeah, it was interesting to see Vietnam portrayed in a way that you've never seen it just through the eyes of black men. It was very, very cool.
I just want to point out Sasha's contribution in the comments, which we don't need to.
Out of here.
Not him. Got it. Jeez.
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Nope.
Why are you still here? And not on camera?
You don't have to. I
Yes, she did.
consider it a donation.
To do.
A donation? I'm not getting no money from that.
Terrible.
Right.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Anybody else? Who else got one?
I think. I mean, it's kind of polar opposite of this may destroy you. I'm watching Marvelous Miss Maisel, which is actually like fantastic dialogue, like fantastic storyline, fantastic execution of show and quality and acting. I'm just blown away. Mr. Shalhoub, how do you say his last name?
Tony Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub. Oh my
He's phenomenal.
goodness. This dude, you jumped from the Tonys to this. Got it. Cool. Okay, cool. Great. It's fantastic. I'm watching that now, and I recommend that. Movie wise, I can't. The Last Samurai. I watched that a couple weeks ago, and it takes its time. It really Ken Watanabe is phenomenal. Like more than I've ever seen him. I've seen him I saw him in Batman Begins and Inception, but I never saw him like this was truly in his element and everything. So yeah.
Amazing. Lukey, what you thinking?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Umbrella Academy season 2 because it just came out. My wife worked on it, and if you all watch it, she'll get a promotion. So,
there you go. There you go.
Pay my bills, y'all. Watch that show. I don't know, man. I've been like comfort movies, man. I watched Chantal and I watched Speed.
Yeah.
It's like I'm finding like I've been like hooked on like weird reality TV shows, like Alone. You guys seen Alone? It's just a bunch of people who are alone out in they're trying to survive in nature.
What?
Oh, your formation of sentence was like, I've been watching weird reality shows alone. Like it was just like watching it alone.
That show, man.
Wait, they just put him in the forest or something?
Yeah, so there's season 7 is there's just 10 people who go out to the Arctic and they have 100 days to survive by themselves. They're allowed 10 items.
Whoa.
And like,
oh wow!
I find some, like,
this is like Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
Naked and Afraid and Cold.
Starving to death slowly over a period of time. But like I've never like there's something about it, especially during now. I find it really kind of comforting to go out into like nature, and also when someone finds food, I get such a sense of joy. Like it's just like I find it. They're like they're warm tonight.
Oh god,
makes you grateful.
Yeah, it's been a lot of comfort food watching. You know what I mean, man? Just like
yeah, I love that. Jevon, what you thinking?
All right. Well, the first movie that popped in my head because me and my girlfriend Emily just watched it like a month ago. The Invisible Man.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that was good.
Absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
The story was just like when we were talking about things that get you with movies. The first 5-10 minutes of the movie, you're just already locked in. We watched this thing afterwards about like how they did things with the camera angles, where they kind of just have a camera on an open space, and so you so your mind is the only thing that's really playing tricks on you because you actually don't know what's happening. Besides that, a lot of trash TV and NBA basketball because they got it right, and they in a bubble.
Did.
They in a bubble. Ain't no corona coming into Disney
Major
World.
League Baseball need to learn.
No Rona.
Unless you're literally.
But yeah,
Unless we go to Magic City.
Let's go Raptors. Come on.
Married at First Sight. If you need like some good trash,
That show is funny. That show is so funny.
It's so good.
Crazy
so
to me,
funny.
but it's
Yeah,
so
Married
good.
at First Sight.
Yes.
Yeah.
That Indian marriage matchmaking thing. on
Oh
Netflix.
yes, I've seen that.
That
Savannah's
looks
been watching that. It's really
It's
good.
fantastic.
It's
and
really good.
I'm hearing good things about Love on the
What is it
Spectrum.
on?
I want to see that.
Also really good. She's been watching that too. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Okay.
Brittany,
Yeah.
our producer, is also saying Indian matchmaking is amazing.
It's real good.
Yeah. Alex, what you thinking? What's your choice?
It's kind of a renaissance for horror TV. To be honest, we just rewatched The Haunting of Hill House, and I'd seen it before, and I still got through. I was enraptured the whole time. I was like, this show is amazing.
It's like a horror version of This Is Us. Like
Like
It's
I can.
insane
so
how
good.
competent it is in terms of horror.
Yeah.
Like you think that they go off the rails because we also been watching American Horror Story, which is like all over the place. Every
Right.
season is like crazy, but Haunting of Hill House was
Beautiful.
I don't think I've had something affect me more in a TV show recently since Broke Neck Girl in that fucking show.
Oh my god! And when you find out what that is,
I absolutely screamed when I was like, "That is
good.
quite a that was great."
And the fact that
And
right in the
then
middle of
the
it,
twist.
they stick like a unbroken shot episode. It's like 3 edits in the whole episode.
Oh,
that they
yes.
works
On one set. That was
So good.
beautiful.
Is that's
So
the
good.
episode when they first go back?
They
in
all finally are like
Yeah.
together. I think it's
Mhm.
the
And
first
they're
time
just
they're all-
hashing
Oh
out
yes.
all this shit.
Yeah.
Funeral, yeah.
As
Oh
much
my
as we're
God.
enjoying all of these shows and movies, if you want a great laugh or a great cringe, I suggest you watch Netflix's The Last Day of American Crime.
Oh my God! Please don't.
We watched it in one fell swoop,
It's one of
and
the
when I
worst.
tell you,
Bob was?
it's the worst thing you've ever seen.
It's one
Really?
of the worst
It's
movies.
it has
ever.
0% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Is that the
Made.
mob documentary?
maybe 5.
What's it called?
You
The
can't.
Last Days of American Crime. Okay, This is the
I gotta
premise
look it up,
of the
yeah.
movie is that America has created the system that is going to stop people from committing crimes.
Oh.
Like a brainwave. There's something that has to do with brainwaves that stops you from even being able to like take your body to like do something that would be against the law. So these people go.
So they're not
to rob
funding underfunded communities. That's not how
No.
Okay. I was just checking.
But these people go to rob a bank. They try to do the biggest bank heist of all time before the brainwave machine gets turned on. And this movie is atrocious.
Amazing.
Like I literally had Daniel and Fergie here, and I went off for like 2 hours explaining to them how bad this movie was.
Like,
you ready for the director's name? Stage name: Olivier Megaton.
That's his name.
That's his stage name. Born Olivier
his
Montana,
name.
but he decided to go with Olivier Megaton.
What was the other? He did some other movie, right? What was the other movie?
Transporter 3.
That's what it. Trash. Trash movies.
Oh God,
it's trash.
Transporter 3, trash.
I'm just reading through the reviews right now. They're so.
Wait, what's it called? Because I'm gonna watch it.
The Last Days of
The
American
Last Days
Crime.
of American Crime.
It's truly one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
So long too. It's
so long.
But Edgar Ramirez, man, like that guy was supposed to pop. Like
He was.
He came out and he was like, "Yo, this is Brando. Like, what's going on with this guy?" And now he's doing this. Like, what happened career-wise? Like, choices along the way.
He did a podcast like this and ruined his career.
And it was funny because that's when like most of the reviewers they keep going, Edgar Ramirez, what the hell happened? Like why did you? It's really an odd moment.
They saw the script.
Wow.
Oh boy, that movie sucks.
Well, there you go.
0.5 out of 5.
It's terrible.
Well, gentlemen, this has been an absolute pleasure.
You're not gonna ask me. You're not gonna ask me.
No, because you took Eli. You took your time when you messed up.
Mic working?
Hey, it wasn't my fault. Okay.
You dropped it in your Kool-Aid.
Eli, what's yours? Go.
Okay.
Our producer, Brendan Sanders Smith, and
Nightmare.
Eli, what's yours, buddy?
So for TV, I'm gonna have to go with Jevon McFerrin in 20s. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Thanks.
Aww.
Singing for no reason.
Singing for no reason, but it's
Give him a
beautiful.
residual.
Beautiful
Give
work.
him that residual.
Yeah, I got through that series in like a day because it was just I was like, oh, this is great. I could definitely
Quick, 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's quick. It's great. I love how they're just tackling, a younger generation trying to come up and like go after their dreams. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. And I think the writing is incredible. And for movies, I just recently watched Greyhound. And it was interesting. I was stressed the whole time, like the entire time, which I guess was the point of it. But it was interesting to think about because I had never seen a war movie where they're at sea and they're fighting submarines, like literally shooting and launching, depth charges at an enemy that they can't see. And they have to like figure this out based on sonar and radar whenever they do pop up to the surface. And it was just, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Is that the one with Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's good.
Eli, do me a favor. Go right now and rent The Hunt for Red October.
Hell yeah.
Or Crimson Tide.
Tide.
You need to go ahead and check those out.
Dunkirk, even, man.
That's
Dunkirk, man. That's
Dunkirk.
old school.
I rewatched Dunkirk.
Brilliant.
Dunkirk is stress for no reason. Like
the most stressful
it messed me
chill.
up.
Brilliant.
So good. Guys. Oh, go ahead.
I had one question I've always wanted to ask all of you. What is your biggest Oscar snub of all time?
Social Network not getting Best Picture.
Okay, there's one. For me, it's always been Saving Private Ryan losing to Shakespeare in Love.
I agree.
That's always been the one for me.
There was another one we talked about on the podcast. I can't remember what it is now.
I mean, I don't remember. I would say I think the fact that it took training day for Denzel to win.
Mine goes into that. Mine's like a 3-year mess up where it was because it was the same 3 people that were nominated. It was Denzel, Kevin Spacey, and Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe's first movie came out. He was The Insider, and Denzel was up for Hurricane.
Yep.
And Kevin Spacey was up for American Beauty.
Yep.
Should have gone to Denzel. And then Kevin Spacey won. And then they gave it to Russell Crowe because they were like, oh, he's the next guy. So they gave it to him for Gladiator. Oh, no, yeah, because he should have won for A Beautiful Mind. Yeah. Denzel should have already had his Oscar because Kevin Spacey already won for Usual Suspects.
Yep.
Which is a fantastic movie.
I'm so glad. For a long time, I always said to people, I'm like, Russell Crowe should have won that year for Beautiful Mind instead of Denzel, and Denzel should have won a long time ago before.
I mean, he had already won.
Should have been his.
Yeah, he had already won for Glory.
Yeah.
He won with a tear. He won with one tear.
That
one tear.
What Sasha said, I was going to say that. La La Land.
I hate
La La Land.
La La Land. I don't like
boo.
Booty.
I knew I wasn't gonna like La La Land when they danced in traffic.
I knew I wasn't gonna like La La Land when I saw Daniel Gaymon dancing at the beginning of that damn movie on the highway.
Why the hell you dance in traffic? That doesn't happen in LA.
That movie. Never finished that movie.
Everyone liked that movie. We shut down the highway. No one liked us.
In LA, people were angry at shutting down traffic. I can't imagine.
Oh my god.
Nobody is dancing through traffic.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was on Jevon, it was on our episode of the podcast. We were talking about how Denzel lost to Scent of a Woman.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
That was the thing. I was like, how the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he lost Malcolm X to Scent of a Woman.
Yeah.
Doing the
Ooh, never mind. Social Network. Sorry, that tops that.
Yeah, that tops that.
Wait, Daniel, who won the year Social Network?
King's Speech, which I still need to watch. I might be. I mean,
King's Speech was great.
I really like
it. Reevaluate. I think I'm just biased because I've only seen Social Network. It's one of my top 5 favorite movies. I should watch it.
Good movie.
Yeah, watch King's Speech.
It's really good.
King's Speech is phenomenal.
Also, just performance-wise, it's tight.
Yeah, bro.
Just like good actors.
And the climax of the movie really brings it together.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I don't want. So Brittany has been. Sasha needs to stop.
Both her and Aaron.
Both her and Aaron.
Right.
Guys, this has been a rousing success. Me and Britt are texting. We got to do this again. It will happen again.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming up.
Yeah, we'll make it even more chaotic than it is already. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Please follow us at Little Justice Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Keep in touch with us. Keep in touch with these guys. You can find all of these guys on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram. They're all there. And just, look up their names and they shall be there. We will talk to you guys soon, but it's been a pleasure. Have a great night, Britt. And thank you so much to our amazing producer, Britt.
Thank you,
Thank you, Britt. All right, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.